Hi everyone, good morning on this beautiful day. Welcome to Yoga with Shay. I'm Shay Mitchell, obviously. And today we are going to take a look at Baddha Konasana, or bound angle pose. This is a very simple seated posture, but it is a deep external rotation of the hip joints. So to get started, we'll just do a few warm-up postures. So we'll start off in Dandasana, which is staff pose. It's more simple than it sounds, trust me. So you just extend both legs out in front of you. You inhale, you look forward. Your chin is parallel to the floor. Your head is stacked over your shoulders, stacked over your hips. So they're all perfectly aligned. Now you suck your lower belly in and extend the rib cage so you keep your lower back flat, okay? Alrighty, so stay here for 3 seconds and you also flex the feet so the toes are almost pointed back to your face, okay? Inhale, extend the spine upward, and exhale as you find your comfort in the pose. Keeping that lower back straight and the core active the entire time. Breathe in again. Deep, long breaths. And exhale. Alrighty. So to start off, we're going to bring the left knee toward our chest. Bring the foot flat to the floor. Now do the same with your right foot. And here in this position, I'll turn forward so you can have a better view. Your feet out in front of you. You can just drop the right knee to the floor, then drop the left knee as well. Both feet touching, both soles of your feet, are touching each other at this point. So right here is where we are. You grab onto your ankles and you pull those feet closer into you, close to your pelvis as you possibly can. Okay? So you inhale and exhale. Grab onto your toes and straighten out the legs. Now at this point, we're gonna find the proper gripping position. So your heels and the base of your baby toes should be touching each other, okay? So that the top of your feet are on the mat, okay? So again, find that point closest to your pelvis. Your legs don't need to be flat on the floor at the moment. In time, as you gain flexibility in the hip flexors and the leg muscles, you would be able to easily flatten your knees onto the ground in this position. Obviously, I cannot do that just yet. My hips are just a little tight. So for the proper gripping position, you, with your thumb finger, you grab onto the base of the big toes, okay? And then with the rest of your fingers, you wrap them around, turning the soles of your feet upward, okay? So you turn the soles of your feet upward, and you inhale, you straighten your spine. And as you see, when you straighten your spine and you turn those feet upward, your knees automatically start dropping down to the side. So you stretch that hip flexors. So the hip flexor muscles, they're externally rotating down and back while you are pulling your chest up, sucking the lower belly in so you can gain that space in the abdomen so you can actually keep your foot pulled in like that, okay? So you inhale upward, and then the final thing you do in Baddha Konasana is you just exhale as you lean forward as much as you can. You don't have to go all the way because it's a very intense stretch. So at this point, you should be feeling the hip flexors opening. You should be feeling a nice stretch on the thigh muscles right here. So that's normal. If you feel a nice stretch there, don't be worried. You're doing exactly as you should. So again, with the grip, We'll hold the base of the big toe with the thumb fingers, wrap the rest of your fingers around, and they will meet the base of the baby toe. So then you turn those upward, and as you can see again, that external rotation. Inhale, straighten the spine as much as you can, and exhale, lean forward. And if you can lean forward all the way that your chin can touch the floor, you go ahead and do that. Inhale, keep straightening and lengthening the spine on every inhale, and every exhale, you just try to get deeper into the posture, opening up those hip flexors a lot more. So I'll start over from the beginning, just so you can see exactly how we got to that point. And welcome, by the way, Stephanie. Alrighty, Stephanie. So I'll turn and give you a side view for the beginning. You'll begin in a staff pose. You inhale, extend both feet out in front of you. Inhale, you flex your feet so your toes are pointed back toward your face. Suck in the lower belly and extend the spine so your lower back isn't rounded. I can't wait for you to start doing your class. So, inhale, you suck in the lower gut and straighten the spine. You keep the legs extended and active, and you look forward. We breathe here for 2 breaths. Inhale and exhale, keeping the hips, the shoulders, and the head stacked one over the other. Inhale, final breath. Expanding the rib cage, exhale. Keeping that rib cage expanded so you can have that space in your gut. Inhale and exhale. Okay. So now bend both legs, bend knees on both legs. Bring your feet flat to the floor. So you drop your left foot out to the side, and you drop your knees. Drop your left knee and your right knee out to the sides. So from the side view, this is how it looks, okay? Now, it's better for you to see the rest from this view. Now, as you drop both knees out to the side, as you notice, there's a lot of space between my knees and the floor. There's a huge gap, so we're trying to close that gap. So you hold on to the ankles, and you pull your feet in, or you can walk them in, as close to your pelvis as you possibly can. So you sit up straight. You don't push on the knees to pull them down, because you may damage your muscles, and you may damage or strain your hip flexors, or we don't want that. You definitely don't want to get damaged. So at this point, you pull your feet in as close to the pelvis as possible. The grip again, thumb fingers gripping the base of the big toe, and you wrap your fingers around and they grip the base of the baby toe. So now you just turn the soles of your feet in upward so they point to the ceiling. And as you see at this point, now that the feet is turned inward and the top of my feet is on the mat, now my legs have dropped all the way down to the sides. So the gap is definitely closed up between my knee and the floor now. So at this point, just continue with that grip. Keep actively pushing down into your legs so the legs drop out to the side even more. And you hold on. Inhale, extend the spine upward. Inhale. And you exhale. Keep rotating. Keep externally rotating those thigh bones so that you're opening the hip flexors even more. At this point, keep holding on to that grip and extend your spine and keep leaning forward. Keep on going as far as you can. If you feel any pain or discomfort or really extreme stretches at this point, just hold on to the position that you're in and don't go any further until you are more stretched out, so that you would avoid pain and injury. So inhale, we're holding on, sucking the gut in toward our spine and just creating the space so you can fold further into the posture. Try to keep the lower back as straight as you possibly can. And I know every time you straighten the lower back, your legs pop up. That's supposed to happen. Every time your legs pop up and you go further down and you grab onto the legs, you can pull, use the leverage from your hands, pulling upward, and it will automatically send your knees downward. See that? There you go. So the gap is entirely closed up between the floor and my knees at this point. So now I'm trying to close the gap with my chin, trying to touch the floor. Now inhale, you straighten your spine, and exhale as you fold. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale as you fold. Now if you don't get all the way, that's completely fine. Don't worry, do not push your body. We're all at different levels and different points in our journey. So don't worry about anyone else's journey. Focus on where you are and be happy and grow from there. So now inhale back up to the seated position. Now we are going to do a relaxation posture to counteract the stretching of the ankles and the hips. Okay. Extend the legs out in front of you. Inhale. Exhale as you go down. Turn your palms upward. We're going to lay here in Savasana for a few seconds. Just relaxing our entire body, our spine. Relaxing the ankles to go again. You don't want to overdo the work. You always want to make sure that you give your body a proper rest and proper relaxation, because that is as important as working out. Some people may not think so, but it really is. So just always pay attention to that and always be mindful of your breath. Always take nice, deep, long breaths and deep and long exhalations to get all the air out of your out of your lungs. It'll be a problem if you have lungs in your spine. Inhale and exhale. Palms turns up. Final breath. Inhale and exhale. Now return to a seated position. After Baddha Konasana, a nice pose I like to do is downward dog. You probably already know or heard of downward dog, especially from on my page. So for downward dog, we're gonna get on all fours. I like to do this posture after Baddha Konasana because it lengthens your spine and it stretches your ankles in the opposite direction that you were just stretching them before. So on all fours, keep your palms under your shoulders, your fingers pointed directly in front of you. And your toes, you curl them, you flex your toes, and then you lift your butt into the air, straightening your legs. Then you push into the palms of your hands, lengthening the spine, bringing your heels to the floor if your heels can reach the floor. If your heels cannot reach the floor, that's fine. Keep your knees bent, but keep your lower back straight at all times. So straighten the palms. Inhale, sucking the navel in toward the spine. Let me give you a better view here. You're sucking the navel in toward your spine. You're tilting the pelvic bone forward a little bit so that you can get the straight lower back. Okay? You can't be like this. That's not downward dog. And you can't have your elbows splayed out to the side either. You will damage yourself. So keep, again, proper alignment. Fingers pointed straight forward. Sucking in the abs toward your spine. Tilting the hip bone forward, the hip bone and pelvic bone. And there you can see the difference. Right here at your hip, you need a 45-degree angle so that you can properly execute the posture, properly and safely. So again, fingers pointed forward, hands under your hands under your shoulders. So it's when you push back and you straighten those arms, tilt the pelvic bone, suck in the lower gut, heels pressed into the floor behind you, active, and straighten the back of your leg if you can. Now we're going to breathe here for 5 breaths. Inhale. With every inhalation, you're extending that spine. Every exhalation, you can get more comfortable into the posture. And a lot of times in downward dog, people keep their head looking forward. So instead of keeping your neck up and looking forward, you need to have your head drop between your hands. So your head is down here, relaxed. Your neck is long and relaxed. So it will look like this. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. 2 more breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now, slowly bend your knees, bring the knees back onto the mat, pointing those toes backwards, dropping the hip down to your heels, keeping the arms extended out in front of you, and you just lean forward. Continue extending the hands out in front of you so that you can lengthen that spine. Now this is called Balasana or child's pose. Now we'll relax here, keep the arms extended out, and bringing the forehead to the floor. Breathe here for 3 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Now stay there and keep breathing. Inhale and exhale. Keeping the hips glued to the heels. Arms, you can try to crawl your arms further and further out when you feel you have more space through the deep breathing. Final breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now come back up to the seated position. Or you can sit in easy pose, or you can remain seated on your heels. And thank you so much for joining my class today. I hope you enjoyed this breakdown of Baddha Konasana. You can find more at yogawithshay.com. And please guys, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, as well as joining the YWS family on yogawithshay.com. I will post the links below on my YouTube page. So guys, join me in this journey. Join me. You're not going to regret it.